The United Kingdom voted to leave the European Union, and there may be a parallel in Britain to American politics and the rise of Donald Trump. On Face the Nation, John Dickerson asked former Republican presidential candidate Marco Rubio if what happened in Britain is a good sign for Trump.
In terms of the politics of this, do you see any parallels between the Brexit push and what's happening in American politics?
I think globalization, the kind of move of the economy to this global economy is having an impact in multiple countries around the world. I think the reality that we have a new economy, and the new economy is creating a lot of new jobs, but the people hired for the new jobs are not the same people that are losing jobs under the old economy. In essence, the people losing their jobs are not the ones being hired by the new economy. All of this has created an incredible amount of strain and friction all over the world. And so there's a sense in many countries around the world that this is because we're too engaged with this global economy. We're too engaged with the world. I think you see it manifested here in America. I think you saw it in that vote there. I think there's other places where you may see that pop up as well.
Do you see it manifested in America in the support for Donald Trump?
Sure. I mean, it's one of the fundamental arguments he's made, is that the U.S. Needs to isolate itself a little bit more from some of the other things that are going on around the world and focus on America first. And there are some elements of truth to that argument, but ultimately, again, not entirely, because given the dynamics that we now live in today, we cannot isolate ourselves from global events. We are the United States of America. We're not a small, irrelevant country. We are directly and immediately impacted by global events, whether we want to be or not, whether they're national security ones or economic ones. We're 5% of the world's population. If all we do is sell things to each other, there's only so much growth we can create. We need to be able to engage with economies all over the world.
Do you have any concern about a kind of burn the system down mentality that some people have seen in the Brexit vote and that they see in American politics today? The elites are wrong, the fancy economists are wrong, the members of Congress are wrong. Do you see that?
Well, I think it's good to hold the elites and the fancy economists and the Congress accountable for the decisions they make. And I do not believe it's an illegitimate argument for someone who works in manufacturing to argue, for example, don't do this because it'll cost us jobs at the expense of them going to another country. I don't think that's an illegitimate argument for them to make. I think it challenges policymakers to figure out how it is we can embrace a new economy we cannot avoid. The future cannot be stopped. It's going to happen. Whether we like it or not, automation is going to happen. The nature of the economy is going to continue to change. You couldn't stop the Industrial Revolution. You're not going to be able to stop the 21st century economy, but we have to figure out how to benefit from it, not just be hurt by it.